everybody. Welcome to another episode of Leave It on the Court with your boy Jay Dimes and my little bro Giannis. This is a podcast where we talk about NBA, basketball, the weekend basketball, the month of basketball, the year of basketball,
Yes,
and this
sir.
is how we get down. So, today's subjects will be the playoff picture. We talk about Julius Randle being out for the season. We'll talk about Angel Reese and the hate that she gets from the public and how, saying, um, 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 goes across the board to even the NBA. And also, we're going to talk about the criteria for the Rookie of the Year, man, and all the other awards. I have an issue with that, so we're going to get on that too. So, with that being said, let's get it started.
Let's get it started. To our viewers, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and comment and like videos and get caught up on our catalog. We're 36 episodes in. Um, but
Yeah.
look, the NBA is hot right now, man. This playoff picture is starting to form.
hmm
Hey, the Lakers that moved up to number 8, Sac and fell to number 9. That would mean we would have a Sacramento Kings Golden State Warrior playing game.
hmm
First of all, okay, since we're talking about this playoff people starting to shape up, out of that matchup, who do you got moving on? And you tell me why Sacramento and Golden State Warriors for the 9-10.
Well, the Warriors have been in and out for the last couple of weeks. They've been, kind of like they've been kicking butt for the last couple of games. I can't front. Clay done actually played like Clay. You know,
Facts.
we getting some good numbers from Kaminga. Draymond has somehow figured out how to stay in the games, so that's
Somehow.
always a plus. With that being said, Sack is scary.
Yeah, man.
Sack is
Yeah.
scary, and with the Warriors being a team where you never know what type of team you might get any night, and what type of Clay you might get, and if Draymond gonna play, it's
Bruh.
like what one game to put it all on the line, and with Draymond and Sabonis history, I feel like part of the game plan should be to get Draymond out early.
Of
And
course.
so, if
Yes.
they execute that, then I feel bad for the Warriors. But if they don't, and Dre stays on the court, I got the Warriors winning by like 5 points, something like that. It ain't gonna be like 10 or 15 or nothing like that. Cause sack is crucial, man.
That is
Sabonis,
crazy.
so Sabonis is like Jokic, like 1.5 something like that. but but
Listen,
he dope. He dope. You know what I mean? And then we already know what De'Aaron can do. Um, Allen kind of reminds me of a power forward or a small forward. Is it Allen? What's this dude? What's the guy, the forward for um
for Sacramento,
Sacramento that be shooting the threes? What's his last name?
you
Why I
talking about
call him
Murray.
Allen? Murray. There you go. I don't know
Yeah.
why I call him Allen. Sorry about that, Murray. Um, that dude. He remind me of Clay a little bit. You never know in the big games what guy you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Sometimes he'll show up and then sometimes he'll fold under pressure. So it's kind of like it goes both ways. If we get a good Murray, Sack is dangerous because the Aaron gonna do his numbers. Monk gonna definitely do his numbers. So Sabonis gonna do his numbers. But if we get a Clay, he's better than Murray, on the
Yeah, yeah,
contrast. You get
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we get a good Clay, then But I'll take the Warriors by 5.
Or we could get stuff going for 50. It just might be that.
Yeah. I
And
think if he get 35 and Clay get 22, 25, and then
yeah,
we get like 2 3 pointers out of Draymond, game over.
for sure. Yeah. I A side note, just a quick side note: if Draymond learned how to consistently hit a jump shot from the free throw line, Draymond could average 20 a game, and then with Steph and Clay, that we'd be unstoppable. Because after that high pick and roll, and Curry usually throw it over the top to Draymond. They got a 4-on-3 on the back end. If Draymond could just stop at the free throw line and make that a quick jump shot,
They in
consistently.
this game, man. They in
I
this
know.
game.
I'm just.
I need him to when the skip pass come across, when that 1, 2, 3 pass coming, he catches it in the corner. I need him to hit that at like 35%.
He is.
35 to 38. Okay, so
He
if
doing
he
that.
can get okay. So if he getting that 35, then I need him to get to like 38, 40. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like that's get past when he isn't in the position at the elbow where he's doing the the fake pass and handoff and stuff like that, and he's stuck in the corner. I just need you to hit that shot because it's going to be there. They're going to give it to you all day. If you hit it and it becomes dangerous to the other team, you open up so much more for Clay and Wiggins and stuff. And Wiggins is the key. Like if Clay play like Clay, then they good. But Wiggins is the key. If Wig can get 25, 22, and Kamika come in and get like 18 or more, then that's actually a lot though. That's the only thing with the way they've been playing.
Um, and then the at the 7-8 spot in the West, we got the Pelicans Lakers.
Hmm.
So that means if the playoffs started today, this is where everything is falling. We got a
Okay.
Warriors Kings game, we got a Lakers Pelicans game for the play in. Who you got? Remember,
I'm
we
going
got Pelicans fan
LBJ,
watching, man.
man.
You got
I'm
watch them
going
out.
LBJ all day, man. I'm going well, Lakers. You know what? The Lakers is playing out their mind right now. LeBron is putting up numbers.
Okay.
Um, you seen what happened, man. They were down here and they won like 5 in a row, dang near 6 in a row, something like that.
Series of
Um,
Warriors. Mm-hmm.
Zion is okay. So if that injury did something to him, if he with that little hit that he took the other night or whatever, kind of
Right.
like affecting his knee or whatever, or his leg in a certain type of way, then the Lakers got a better chance of winning. I want the Lakers to win, but Zion, dude. He been playing out his mind, bro. And it's kind of weird. Well, now I ain't gonna say he been playing out his mind because the Pelicans have dropped down because at first they was like up in what the fourth, fifth spot, something like that earlier,
Right.
like most of the season. And since they playing that obviously means they dropped down to the eighth, seventh, eighth, something like that. So Zion has to pick it up. But if the Lakers, they better not catch the Lakers. If the Lakers continue to win and they catch them on this run, oh,
Huh.
I feel
Well,
bad.
so that would mean that would be a for that eighth spot. Let's say okay, Warriors win, Lakers win in the two playoff playing games. That means for that last and final spot, the Warriors have to play the Pelicans for the eighth spot. Who you got?
I'm gonna roll with the town, man. Yeah, I
Straight
don't
up.
care if they across the water. I'm running with the town, man. It's they love all day. I live out here, so I gotta give love to the squad. Um, uh,
Somebody's.
it's 2 games, man. It's 2 games for the
It's
Warriors.
tough.
Got to show up, man. It's so tough because of how we don't. Remember back in the day when the Warriors, this was like a no brainer.
Right.
How times have changed.
uh,
I'm really over here like
you
ah,
and you see
cause
that feeling and that smile and everything you got going on right now. That's why the play-in is such a good thing for the NBA. I like it. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Um, and
I don't
then-
know. I'm kind of in and out on the plane because we had this conversation before. I'm
Mhm.
kind of in and out on it because of the fact that if you 10th, 8th, or 10th, ninth, or whatever, you 10th or ninth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, your records reflect your gameplay. You get what I'm saying? But On the other hand, I'm always up for one game for it all. Like, I don't care how trash we've been
Yeah,
playing.
G.
I know I said something different earlier, but I don't care. Man, like to I don't want to see your cojones and be like, for one game,
One game. Can
I
you
can
do it?
just I can
Hmm.
just bring it back, forget everything we went through all season, forget that we in 10th spot or whatever. One game, that don't matter. I can just, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I do like about that aspect of the play-in. But I hate the fact that because you can kind of like coast if you like 9 or 10, if you a team that really can play with the other teams like above you, but you just kind of like, saving your players, but you safe in the eighth, ninth, 10th spot or something like that. You can kind of like coast. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that makes that a dread.
All right. So based on your selections, this is what the playoff picture will look like out west. We will have a Warriors versus Timberwolves first round.
Hmm. Hmm.
We'd have a LA versus Denver.
That's what I want.
We'd have a Phoenix versus OKC.
Hmm.
Interesting. And then we would have a Clippers versus Dallas. Which
That's gonna be the funnest series to watch.
that Clippers Dallas?
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
because
Seven
it's gonna
games.
be it's gonna be so many. No, I got six. I got Dallas in six.
You got Dallas over LA?
Hmm.
From Clippers? Okay.
Okay, somebody gonna get hurt, man. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
Somebody gonna get hurt. This is Kawhi gonna be like, "Oh, I got a cramp." Like, or Paul gonna be like, "Oh, my leg broke, but you didn't see it."
One of
Like,
the viewers said the Lakers not about to win, they about to tank so they can draft Bronny.
they ain't got a tank because he can come in the second round, so they ain't got a tank.
I actually agree. Bronny not a first round pick. At least I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if he wants to play with his dad, I wouldn't trip off being the first rounder. Like somebody might be an a-hole and pick him early just to be like, like to LeBron, like one
Right,
time. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pick him
right,
fifth pick. You gonna never get
right,
him, bro. Like you know what I'm
right.
saying on something like that. But I think LeBron would punch somebody, so I don't think that would happen. Like he would literally go to the GM office to be like, "Bro, for real, you gonna pick my son?" Like you know.
and got the money to pay the fine, whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I buy your team, punk. Like, you
By
know what
your
I'm
team,
saying? Like,
right?
I put it in my wife's name, dude. I got the money right there. Like, you feel me? And fire you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Just looking at based on what we were talking about, man. I think the Warriors can take the Timberwolves first round. I think we can get them.
I like the two first round matchups with the Timberwolves, Warriors, Nuggets, because what I've said before, if you're going to beat the Nuggets and you're an older team like the Lakers or the Warriors, the best time to get them is the first round because you get more days to rest in between games. I learned that from First Take. Shout out First Take. You got to get Denver early. If you let them get late into their groove and Jokovic get into his little swag, it's over. Like you cannot let him get deep into the playoffs. If you're gonna beat him, you have to beat him early. If you're an older team, if you're a younger team, like let's say Minnesota gets it right, they will face them probably second round, right?
Right.
Because of the placing, right? So um, it's going to take a team like that to beat them. Nobody in their age group or over is going to beat them later in the rounds because they're mid age. You get what I'm saying? So the games don't wear on them as much as somebody like a Laker team would in a second round when you play it back to back nights. You get what I'm saying?
I
But
got
if
you.
you face a team like Minnesota, you know, or Thunder, something like that, you get a team that's like, we ready. Like, I can't wait till day after tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they young, they ready to go. You feel me? So it's those type of things. So I actually like if that plays out like that. I actually like those games early for the teams to get beat. Now the Warriors and Minnesota matchup. Sorry, Warriors man. Like, look, bro. If Cat come back, I don't know. Is he out for the season?
Actually, they said he has a chance of coming back and being ready for the
Okay.
playoffs.
Um, Baby Jordan is in effect. I'm calling it out right now. I love the Bay, man. That dude Anthony Edwards is from somewhere else, bro. That dude is from somewhere else, man. I like the Timberwolves in six, much as I hate to say it.
Warriors in 6.
The Warriors, and the Warriors do win, it's gonna be in seven.
Warriors in 6. That one tough, but I got the Warriors in 6. Um,
I think the youth is gonna kill him, man. And somebody gonna and you forget they got the person who should be winning defensive player of the year, something we're gonna talk about later. They gotta go there. You know what I mean? So that cancel out Kaminga, Wiggins, Draymond, Jackson. A lot of dudes get canceled out with him in the hole. So that means you gotta rely on a great Clay because he gonna have to play great against Minnesota
hmm
and and Edwards play defense. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna have a great Steph and Conley play defense. That's like one of his calling cards. So that's the thing. If Gobert does his job, he can erase all the baskets to the hole. So they will have to win all threes, and I don't think that'll be enough.
uh, Minnesota's play as well, very well, because they are bigger than us, they younger than us, they faster than us, but they still can't shoot like us. They
No,
still can't shoot like us, and they still
I do give you that. I give
experience
you that.
that we have. They just don't have it. We know how to win. So, um, moving on to the East, we got playing games that if the playoffs started today, the playing game would be Atlanta versus Chicago. Who you got?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Then the other playing game would be Philly versus Miami.
Miami.
Okay.
No, I got Philly.
Joel Embiid is back.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and
Joel
you saw him
Embiid.
the other first game, 29. Bow,
Wow.
instantly,
Yeah.
boom, punch in your face. You thought I was hurt. 29 in your face.
In
And
your face.
that boy, Maxie.
He got it, don't he? He
Mm,
got it.
I've been saying it, man.
He got the
That dude,
it.
he loved to play basketball. He loves to whoop that ass. You feel what I'm saying? He love it. Woo. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
youngster, man. Pause. I like that youngster.
So that would mean
Yeah.
an Atlanta versus Miami game for the eighth spot.
Who Atlanta? No, it wouldn't.
You
Oh, you
so
mean? Oh, you talking about?
the last
No, I
playing
say
game.
Atlanta and Philly because I said Philly. I took Philly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So
Philly.
Atlanta.
So Atlanta
Oh,
would be
I
Chicago.
got
Philly would be
Miami in that.
Miami. Yeah.
I got Miami in that.
So that mean that Miami would be eighth spot, Philly would be seven.
Mm, mm.
All right. So that mean an Atlanta versus Boston series. Philly versus ooh.
And you mean Miami versus Boston? Because Miami got eighth spot. I
Miami
said
got eighth
Miami.
spot. So,
Yeah.
ooh. Miami versus
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah. You got Boston. You got to get Boston in five, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, that's a cold series. And then you would have
Yeah.
Philly versus Milwaukee.
Milwaukee in seven.
Okay, yeah. All right. That's tough though, man. That is tough.
Because that's based off Milwaukee's defense, man. I feel like Philly can pull off three.
Yeah, and the only reason so like okay, D Lillard, my favorite player again, and I like what Milwaukee has, but they've been playing like trash as of late. And Philly coming back, they got some momentum. So I think Joel is going to win a couple games for Philly, but ultimately, I think Milwaukee moves on. And then you have a Indiana versus Cleveland series.
Mm.
I think that one gonna be
That
entertaining.
I think. Well, go ahead. You think that what?
I think it's gonna be entertaining.
I was going to say I think that's going to be the funnest series to watch so
I
far as the
think
first
so.
round
I think so.
because yeah, I think Cleveland going to try to match the energy of Indiana because with Garland and Mitchell, I don't know how healthy Mitchell is, but it's going to be a lot of you know what I'm saying.
You know what? I take that back. Donovan Mitchell hadn't proven that he can show up for the playoffs yet. So I think they're gonna get blown out 5 games, gentlemen's sweep for Indiana.
What you think
I,
so?
I'm giving up on it.
I think Mobley and Garland gonna set. I think I got Cleveland in 6.
I've given up on Donovan Mitchell. It's Donovan
I
Mitchell.
got man. Indiana
Simple as
too
that.
young, man. Indiana too young, man.
I got
Mobley gonna show up. Allen gonna show up. Garland gonna show up to go to help out the whatever in okay, calm down, Justin. Whatever type of game Mitchell has, if it's
okay.
good or bad, the rest of the players, they have a more complete squad than Indiana, to me. You know what I mean? I think that even with that they got Siakam, right?
Right.
So even with that Siakam trade, I think that Cleveland got more firepower. I know it sounds crazy, but with Donovan Mitchell that's on, a Garland that's on, a Mobley that's on, and you got Gobert Jr. back there, Allen, guarding the paint.
Okay.
And yeah, man, Cleveland dangerous, man.
I'm,
Cleveland dangerous.
and I'm not saying they not. I'm just saying Donovan Mitchell last year really disappointed me in that New York series.
No, I no No, I said earlier, I think we in one of these episodes. I said I was disappointed in Donovan too, but when a matchup against this particular team, like if he was playing somebody else, I probably wouldn't feel this. I would probably feel the same way. But I think when you play against some youngsters first, you kind of like your swag is a little different. You like I'm finna whoop these little dudes' ass, like you know what I'm saying. So we gonna see.
And I am looking at Indiana and them having like the number one score in the offense before
Hmm.
Tyrese Halliburton went down. Like, and they showed that, especially against the Warriors, how fast paced them dudes don't get tired, man. And Tyrese
Uh,
Halliburton, I think you're forgetting about Tyrese and how much of a dog he is, man. So
I
we'll
ain't
see.
forgot about him. You know how I am about point guards. Anytime point guard wrong, but when you got Garland and Mitchell, like I said, like you said, the whole series depends on what Mitchell we get. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Because okay, none of them play with him.
If he
You know what I'm
decides,
saying?
if
If he
he
decides to show
decides
up,
to show
can't
up.
none ain't nobody on Indiana can play like him, dog. Like 60s, 50s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? So I
70.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
70.
So that's the only thing. Depending on what series we get from Donovan, will make it on how the series goes. You know what I'm saying?
And then
Judge how the series goes.
to round out the Eastern Conference standings for the last game, we got Orlando versus the New York Knicks.
uh, that's gonna be the second most entertaining series to watch. You know what I'm saying? No, the third because you got the one from the West. Because we get to see this dude, God, Brunson
Jalen Brunson.
be Superman. We gonna he finna take on the world by himself. Rocky pose. Let's
Straight up.
go.
Straight
Like,
up.
you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna make that fun. Like, unless like, The other team shows up and just wipe them out because they go because basically 4 games to figure out how to stop one guy, pretty much. But if he can pull out 2 or 3 games, by I'm
Bruh,
telling
hey.
you, I do need a statue. Just in the first round. Just in the first round. Like, because we know the second round he probably out of here. He gone. But if he can pull this out his ass in the first round, he needs a statue.
Pose.
He needs the statue in front. See, I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie, this is one of the coldest shits. This is one of
Yeah,
the coldest
yeah,
celebrations,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, bro. He needs the
I,
COVID man statue in front
bro,
if
I'm
he
not a
beat
Knicks
this
fan
team by himself.
by any means, but if Jalen Brunson can get the New York Knicks past this first round, and
Yeah.
this Orlando Magic team, man, they've been beating ass all year, dog. So with Paulo Banchero and all them dudes playing in Orlando,
Mhm.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Jalen Suggs is one of the better on-ball defenders of any guard in the NBA. So
Um,
this is gonna be cool, dog. It really is. And how could I get about Franz Wagner and Markel Fultz?
man, forget all that, man. If Brunson can pull this out
All that.
by himself, bro, I'm telling you, he's my new favorite player. I don't care what anybody say. This dude is 5 foot nothing, and he is killing fools by himself. Man, if that dude win this series, I'm telling you, bro.
I got we got T Streets checking in. He said peace and blessings to everyone, especially the panel. Leave it on the court.
What's
Salute to you,
happening,
brother.
gang? What's up with you,
Salute to you,
boy?
brother. But
Had to
yeah,
come over there to Tickety Talks one time, boy. What's happening?
look, these Knicks, if they can beat Orlando in that first round, which I really do think they can, because
Man, put the cape on
Kentucky
that dude,
boys,
bro.
I might have to go get me a shirt made like this.
Yeah, I'm
LeGraw
telling
Fitness,
you.
I need one of these, man.
Man, with him, where he got to be doing like the Mighty Mouse pose with the S on his chest. I swear to God, like one time going, bruh, telling you, bruh, I'm telling you, he is cold blooded. That boy is cold. That boy is cold. I like in Dallas, he made me a fan, right? So I was like, is he gonna be able to put the Knicks back on the map? That was the thing. When they was like he signed him, it's like, he's a second tier guard. Is he gonna be able to put the Knicks back there? And I was like, one of them dudes, I'm a point guard guy. I'm like, I don't know, man. Dude kind of raw. And he was even with Luka, he still was giving out 40s and 30s and 25s. I'm like, ugh. And he that small, and he lefty. That lefty be smooth. You feel me? So when he went to the Knicks, and now the Knicks went to the playoffs 2 years in a row,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and really because of dude, don't get it twisted. I like Randall, but man, really it's because of dude. You feel me? And so I'm like, if he can pull this out one time, you feel me? Put an S on that man's chest, man. One time, I don't care. Like if he went in the second, like if he get to the second round, he win the second round. Oh my God, bro. First ballot. He's first ballot. Get that man a jacket
Hey, bro.
today. I'm
I'm
telling
looking
you.
at honestly, I'm looking at the East and the second round. They probably what? So they are the fifth seed. That means they would have to play either I think the winner out of Indiana or Cleveland.
Uh-huh. Boy.
Come
Telling you,
on, man.
man. Man, I'm
Hey,
telling you. Y'all think I'm hyping it, right? Watch if he do it. Y'all think I'm tripping. If that boy beat 2 teams, basically by himself, to come back and leave it on the court. You heard it here first. He
look,
gonna be all over ESPN, First Take, Undisputed, Uninterrupted. Everybody, they be like, he's the greatest point guard ever. Should he be in the top 10? Shouldn't be in the top 20. I'm telling you, they gonna over exaggerate it. Y'all think I'm tripping right now, but if that little dude win 2 rounds by himself, I'm telling you, they gonna put him up here like somewhere like he could be the next Steph Curry. He could be the next Kyrie. I'm telling you, watch. Why? Because it's New York. It's New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's elevated like 10 times more. It's just like if you play for the Dallas Cowboys or something like that. You feel me? If you do something like that, they don't care if you win a championship. You won 2 rounds in New York by yourself. Like, bruh, I'm telling you.
Speaking of that, speaking of New York Knicks, let's talk about this Julius Randle news, man. It was just announced
Oh my
that
God.
Julius Randle is going to miss the remainder of the season due to his right shoulder. He is set to undergo surgery that is going to physically end this season for him. So, to your point, you think the Knicks can make it out the first round without
With
Julius
all
Randle?
that I just said, no.
Come on, man. God damn.
Oh my God. Hell no, man. Imagine finna whoop that
Come on, man.
ass. I got a gentleman sweep Orlando, man. Are you
Come
serious?
on.
I don't care what kind of cake that dude. Probably put it boom and do the little one time you too short one time like and
Golly.
you got Robinson limping around and stuff. He got the cane going, bro. It's a wrap.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, so two specialists warned him
uh,
that if Julius Randle tried, because he was going to try to play through the injury. The whole plan was to try to go through rehab, get his shoulder strong enough to come back and play. But two specialists warned him, hey, if you do that, you got a chance of hurting yourself even more. So they saying the good news is if he get the surgery now, he'd be back for the start of the next season. Um, so that being said, yeah, I don't think the New York Knicks don't care.
man,
um,
man, unless they get old boy back. What's
I
his
was just about
name?
to say OG Ananobi
Yeah,
is
old
has
boy,
been sitting,
Ananobi. Yeah.
and he's the inflammation in his right elbow is starting to come down, so he may be able to come back and add to fuel to the fire. So it's still possible, man. Them New York guys, them Kentucky guards, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh,
Hart.
Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson over there. They might be able to pull something out their ass, man.
Mm.
They
Well,
really.
like I said, I just heard my rant about Brunson. You know what I'm saying? If that was to happen, but we gonna just keep it on it. Anthony and them gonna spank that L one time. Spank that L. I speak that L. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Orlando got that battery in they back. They young. They like, if we lose to this dude by ourselves, you know what we gonna look like? You know what I'm saying? They finna like, no, no. Like, I'm finna step on those, bro. Like, like let him get his 40, let him get his 50, but they still gonna lose. So we that series gonna be a lot of bad 40-point games for a little bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
I
Yeah,
still got it as a fun series to watch just to see what
yeah,
Jalen Brunson can do with that, man.
yeah. That's my only sole purpose to wanting to watch that. Because if he can do this, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm buying a New York Knicks jersey. I'm hanging it up on my wall because it's gonna be worth something in 10 years. I'm sorry. I'm telling you.
Well, to
Just
you,
that.
in your opinion, since he going under this surgery and Jalen Brunson is doing what he doing over there, they got OG Ananobi. How attractive of a spot do you think this is for the next free agent superstar?
Well, I think that the organization has found a new way of handling things under new management and stuff. I think that they're actually showing that they can put a team together, which is something New York has been lacking for decades, and since the new Patrick Ewing era or the Allen Houston era. So I would it's always been weird to me on why players didn't want to go to New York to actually bring it back, But I think it was because of the previous owner, that he's a weirdo, for lack of better words, and nobody wanted to work under that dude. You know what I mean? With them being under new management and stuff like that, I think that was what makes it more attractive. Them being a better team and stuff is something that, just is like the cherry on top. But the fact that they're not owned by that guy anymore makes them a good destination to go. And like and Mitchell has said many times that he wants to play for the Knicks. Like if you put him, Bronson, and somehow you can keep Randall, that's squad right there.
That's
That's
nice.
squad. That's squad right there. And
OJ.
I
OJ.
see a lot of Eastern Conference Finals if people are healthy with the Knicks, but Boston is going to be trouble. Milwaukee's going to be trouble once they
Of
figure it
course.
out.
Of course.
So they'll always be the third or fourth best team unless they were to sign like a Giannis or a Durant or somebody like that. Mitchell ain't gonna never be enough to get over this Boston squad. It's not gonna be enough to get over this Philly squad. But I see a lot of great in deep playoffs, with the Knicks if they can seem to figure out to get somebody like a Mitchell or somebody of that caliber out there. Julius is not, I mean, he gets injured a lot, but these long term injuries outside his first injury don't really seem to be his thing. So hopefully this is an anomaly. So if they, like I said, they were to sign somebody else big, yeah, I would want to go to play in New York. Like it's kind of weird how it's reversed nowadays. People's players tend to avoid the scrutiny and stuff of these larger market teams. And to me, I would want that pressure to show how good I can be. Like, you know what I mean? And
I feel that.
I feel like these generations as of late, they choose to go the easier route because they don't want all the scrutiny. And I feel like if you really about that life, that makes you better. A reporter talking, everything should be bulletin board material. You know what I mean? When you playing in these type of places, it's like every time a writer say something bad, you put that on the bulletin board. Or you say I can't do that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add this. They say I couldn't win this. Boom. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that's what Brunson looks at it like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all don't think nobody can win New York? I love New York. Pops played out there. Pops work out there, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna go out there and bring it back and put it back on the map. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right,
and
right.
I think more players should take that mentality because like these are the markets that we want to see. We want to see in New York and Boston. We want to see
Facts.
these big name markets and big markets play against each other because those are like the staple of the old NBA and what brought it back from the 80s when you were seeing the Celtics and the Lakers, New York Knicks and the Lakers, and New York Knicks and the Bulls and stuff like that. So I don't understand why these players choose to go to these, medium market teams to try to make them better like the Phoenix Six and stuff like that to try to make them better when you can go out here and like you'll be like, especially in this era, in the TikToks and the social media era. Like, I definitely want to put me in New York, put me in LA, because if I went out there, I'm everywhere. I'm
Everywhere.
everywhere, China and all over the place. You know what I mean? Because these are like the meccas of where people have their eyes on. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird on how it's worked like that. But yeah, most definitely, it's made. I think purely just off the ownership alone makes New York a better destination.
Talk to me about these player awards and how they're determined, how they're given out. Like, for instance, in your opinion, who gets Rookie of the Year?
I think the rookie that has the most impact to winning. Like when we talk about the MVP, we talk about, the player that has the most impact on the team, period, across the board. You don't necessarily have to go towards winning because, naturally there's going to be somebody that's good on the winning team. I think the MVP should be somebody who has brought a team that wasn't a winning team and was like in the lower eight, nines, and brought them back to the six, brought them back to the threes and the fours and the fives and stuff like that. And he's the leader of the team. That's what I think the MVP should be. Rookie of the year is same aspect. If you came in and your team was good, but you made them even better, and like a threat, like a team, like, okay, well, we have to worry about this guy. That's the guy that should be rookie of the year. We had a conversation earlier when we was talking about how Wemby pretty much the shoe in for the rookie of the year.
Right.
Pretty much after that game he had against Chet, and everybody was like, well, he's clearly the better player. I don't think when you have a team like the Thunder, you scoring 17 and 12 and 2 or 3 blocks isn't a bad game considering who you got. You got a dude that's probably in the top three and MVP votes on your team. And then you got a bunch of players who, are surpassed they mid level in the league to the point where they're good players, top 30s and 40s, and you know what I'm saying, like that. So of course you're not gonna have a 25, 27, and 10 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Like a Wimby would. You feel me? So I feel like it was unfair. I feel like it was unfair to base that off that. I feel like that Chet has came in and made the Thunder better, specifically off adding him. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs got worse, essentially. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say they got what I mean. They got a little more wins than last year, but they're still in a team that's going to be in the high, 10 in the draft this year. You feel me? So it's like, did he really have an effect on the team? Yeah, your number's supposed to be nice when you are on a trash team, like, and we keeping it a buck, right?
You keep
Right.
it in the buck. Okay.
So if your numbers is nice and you on a team that's in the top five and you're a rookie, that's raw. That's game. That's game. And more or less top two, top three with Thunder, top two, top three team, and he's the number 3 player, maybe number 2 scorer on the team.
Does it play? Does him having basically a red shirt year in the NBA play into him being this good out the gate, though?
That's a
It,
whole nother conversation, I think.
it's something you kind of got to ask because he got a chance to red shirt basically. I got to travel.
Man, you can't, man. I mean, you can sit and watch games all day. Just because you sitting on the bench don't make it no different than you sitting
I,
in at home.
I got the NBA workouts. I got to see what traveling is like. I got to see what traveling for 82 games is like. I got to see what a playoff atmosphere is like. I got
You
to
said see though.
I got
Seeing and
to
playing is two different things.
I'm saying that it gives somewhat of an advantage over a guy who's fresh into the NBA. Okay.
Oh, who's been playing pro for the last 2, 3 years of his life?
But not the NBA.
But he's still been playing pro, and the Europeans has caught up. Did we not forget the Olympics for two Olympics?
And I
It's
think
not like they over there bullshitting in Europe, bro. It's
no,
not
they
like
not. They
it's not
not.
like they over there bullshitting, bro. And it wasn't like Wemby was dominating over there. Like, you get what I'm saying? He was losing championships and stuff. Like, you feel me?
We talked to on one of the past episodes. Like I broke down how it's the media who does the voting on this, and it's a 99% vote from media and a 1% vote from fans on how it's determined. And then I was like, Team wins go into selecting the MVP, and advanced stats go into selecting the MVP. And did you have a big moment during the season go into And to me, the only indicator that Chet wins in that is simply team wins.
Mm-hmm.
However, you got to consider his teammates. Who is
Mm-hmm.
Wemby playing with versus who Chet is playing with?
Mm-hmm.
For me, honestly, it's kind of controversial, but I think Victor Wembanyama should be the Defensive Player of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
even though
I'll give you that.
his
Cause his
team
block speed,
won
he
it.
done had 7, 8, 9 block games. And
Dude,
yeah, like that's a no brainer.
this guy is about to do something. I think eventually will do something, but he almost did something that only four players have ever done. This dude have he almost had a quadruple double. he
Assists, blocks, rebounds, and scoring. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He almost had a quadruple double, and he changes how teams play against the Spurs. Period. Like it's one thing when guys
But
play.
it doesn't mean nothing if it's not affecting the wins though.
Is it him though? Is it his fault?
I wouldn't say that it's his fault, but it's definitely Chet's fault that the Thunder has gotten better. Even the King has said that.
Even the King said it.
You
Even
know
the
what
King.
I mean? And
Yeah.
so he's opened the offense up to where now you have to literally worry about every single person on Denver. I mean on the Thunder,
On
which
Thunder,
which
right?
which makes it to where that he's more valuable.
So what to our viewers, what he's talking about is LeBron James was talking about how the OKC Thunder are able to play five out now. Five out is a concept where you got two players in the corner, two players on the wing, and one guy bringing it up. And traditionally, they had somebody like Steven Adams who was playing the block, so they play a 4-on-1
So
offense.
he'll run past the guard, go straight to the block. Now you when you come down when the center comes past the guard, he can flare. So now they can send a forward or a guard on the screen instead of him going to the basket. He can pretend like he's going to the basket and come back out to the 3-point shot and actually is a threat because he can 3-point stance you or actually hit the shot.
Right. So he's a mismatch nightmare basically. He's a 7'1", 7'2" guy who can shoot the three and
Take
also
you to the hole.
take you to the hole or cut from the side. There's not a lot he can't do. So
Yeah, and he a passer. And then when we talk about the defense end, he's right behind Wemby with shot blocking. He's like 2 and 3 shots box a game and stuff. Like, so what are we talking about? A dude that actually bring value to a team, or actually a person who actually brings eyes to a team? Mm.
eyes is value in my book.
Yeah, but if it ain't, but if we're talking
I
about,
need some
and
poo. Hey,
if we're
Tutu.
if we're talking about in the sense of what he brings to the quality of the team and winning games and the point of playing basketball. The point of playing basketball is to win games and get
Okay.
to the next level. If I don't care how many eyes you got on you, if you're a loser, you're a loser. Nobody remembers second, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and in his case, 10th, 12th, 13th place. Nobody remembers that. Yeah, you had a great year, but next year you can have the same year. If they trash, it won't mean anything. So we can't leave that out either. We're giving him praise for a team who's playing terrible as a team, but he's shining. If he was in his second year, would we be giving him the same praise if his team was losing? He'd
Okay.
just be another dude with putting up good numbers on a losing ass team. So why should we take that away from the fact that he's a rookie? It doesn't matter if he's a rookie and he's putting up numbers if he's not producing no wins. When we have a rookie over here who's actually helped the team get better, literally.
Let me ask you this. Final question on this topic, and we're gonna move on to the next one. If you put Victor Wembanyama on the Thunder, are they any better than what they are now?
Of course, If we're talking about in the sense of, if we're talking about in the sense of numbers, if we take his numbers and put them over there,
Mm-hmm.
just numbers alone, just talking about numbers,
Yeah.
Thunder are first place.
Okay. So in my
But
book, if
that's
I'm
not the case, though.
so if I'm a player and I'm like I said a couple episodes ago, I think players should vote on these awards. And if I'm a player, I'm voting on Victor because I know if I put Victor over OKC, they're first, no question. Because
But
that's 4 blocks a game coming over there.
but that's not what the case is. The case is that he's on the third Spurs, and you got to worry about what he's doing. But okay, once he start doing that, I just start hitting threes because the rest of you motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing.
So I don't want Victor to lose that award based on what his teammates is doing because he
Well,
bought.
he's not. The NBA, you know how NBA puts the line on certain people. He's going to win it because of who he is. It's and he had to have like the worst numbers in the world to not be in the top two for rookie of the year, regardless. You know what I'm saying? He would have had to put up like 11 no blocks. I mean, like 1.5 blocks and 7.5 rebounds, like some Kwame Brown numbers. Ha ha, Kwame. If you in order to, you feel me, in order to not be on the radar for a top two rookie of the year. The fact is, he's a 7'4" phenom. He can cross you over. He can throw no look passes. He can block 10 shots, and he can put up 25 points, and he can actually score 6 3-pointers. Like if you let him, you know what I mean. That's what gets him, up there. But we've said before, it's a such thing as a bad 25 and 10 and 12 or whatever blocks he's averaging and stuff. It's a
Yeah.
such thing. So you can be putting up all the numbers, but if it's not helping the team, which is the whole point of us drafting you, like people seem to forget, that's what's the point of us drafting you. The point of us drafting you was to help us get better.
Okay. Look. um. When the
Tim Duncan,
Chicago Bulls, when
Tim
the
Duncan.
Tim Duncan was drafted, and they had who Mario Ellie and David Robinson and Avery Johnson, and like they had squad
It
there.
don't matter.
He's
He
being
still
drafted.
made them better, though. He did the same thing Chet did. He didn't come there and just be dead weight on the team. They actually got more dangerous, which is what a rookie should do.
Draymond Green was quoted saying that Victor Wembanyama right now is a top 20 player in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
The same is not being said about Chet. They're saying he's different and he's made the OKC better, but
Why, though?
because he almost got a quadruple double.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because he's playing with better players. I'm talking about Chet. He's
Oh,
playing
okay.
with better players. He's playing with a person that could probably be the MVP. You really think he's getting the shine on his team?
I think if you took him and switched him and put Chet in San Antonio, I still think they have a bad record and he's putting up empty stats and the stats still won't look as good as with Victor Wembanyama. That honest opinion.
I believe that too, but I don't believe that's because of Chet. I believe it's because of old school coaching. I think that Pop is stuck in the '90s still, and or the 2000s somewhere, and that's why the Spurs is bad. It's not being. It ain't got nothing to do with Wemby. I need you to understand. I ain't got nothing against Wemby in a sense, but some dudes will teams to win, no matter what age. And like I told you earlier, Chris Webber, the Warriors are supposed to be trash that year because Chris Mullin started off the season hurt. Um, Tim Hardaway was pretty much hurt. All they had was Freewell, Billy Owens, and Webber. And somehow that team made it to the playoffs. They got whooped by Barkley and them, but it was because of Webber. And if you look at paper, if you look at that team compared to this Spurs team, I guarantee you on paper, the Spurs look better than that Warrior team. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. You feel me? So when you look at it like that, some dudes, no matter what the age, make the team. Cleveland, LeBron. Let's go somebody more in your range, your guy. LeBron. Cleveland got better immediately.
They did. They did.
Immediately. Soon as he joined the team, they got better. That's what I'm talking about. That's rookie of the year. You feel me? Soon as Chet got on the team, they went from 6-7 to 3-2-1.
One. Yeah.
You
I
get
mean,
what I'm saying?
I can't argue that.
So that's rookie of the year. Do you make us better? Did you make our team more of a threat? Did you make our team? Did you come on this team and people have to worry about your ass? Like you have to worry about you. I don't care what anybody say. Yeah, he ain't putting up 30 points, but you have to worry about him on both sides of the court at all times. You feel me? That's rookie of the year. Wimby is that guy where he's going to get his. Every team he show up, they're like, yeah, this dude, he got the ball 80% of the time. He wasn't earlier in the season. But now
Like, wait a
that
minute, man.
now that Pop done figure it out, I'm just let we done lost anyway. I'm gonna let the youngster play. Now he putting up the numbers he should have been putting up earlier in the season. But that goes back to what I was saying. I don't think his losing has anything to do with him. It has something to do with his teammates mad because he getting all the shine and Pop letting that ride.
There we go.
You feel what I'm saying?
There's ain't no way in hell you looking over a 7'5" guy and looking him off and shit.
Yeah, looking them off. Unless,
Like,
but that goes to the team that popped them Billy. He built a bunch of babies and put them together, and everybody on like I got to get mine because I want to stay here in the league type. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care about winning. They like shoot. If I score 25 a game, I know somebody put me on their bitch for 60 million, 70 million because of the way the contracts is now. You know what I'm saying?
hell
So
yeah.
that's what they looking at. You feel me? Like if I'm on the Spurs, I'm gonna put up like 25 a game, 30 a game, because we ain't winning. So as soon as Pop cut me, somebody like Utah or somebody gonna be like, we'll give him 56 million for 3 years. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And now you go to a team that might have a chance, and if you put up the same numbers you put on the weak team on the team and actually make them better, boom, your next contract. We gonna give him 200 million. Like, it's how that's how it go. You feel me? So like that's why he was getting all the hate with the Spurs. But Pop should know that. And it'd be weird on how these coaches be like, man. It's like you've seen this cycle over and over again, and you still F it up.
Sucks.
Like he got lucky that Spurs team fell into his lap with Tim Duncan the way it did, and he actually got a really, really great player with Tim Duncan, somebody he can yell at. They ain't gonna talk back to him and stuff like that. Because if Tim Duncan had any other ego, he would have been gone in 3 years,
Mm. Mm. I think
like Kawhi and everybody else.
LeBron kind of commented on that. They were talking about players that they saw right off the bat and knew whether those players would last or would they be gone out the NBA. And he was like, coachability, like a guy that can be yelled at, screamed at, and cursed at, and be able and coached. Basically, can you be coached, taking that
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and move forward versus a guy who's gonna I don't got to take
curl
this.
up, cur- curl
Yeah,
into a ball and be like, get mad and want to fight the coach and stuff
right.
like that. Like I've always I learned early, if he not talking to you, you ain't doing your job.
You ain't doing your
If
job.
if he on your butt and cussing at you half the practice, then you must be good. You feel me? So I look forward to getting cussed out because I must be doing something right. Because he's taking out the time to cuss me out and point me out as somebody who can get it. You need to get this right, Jay. Okay, my bad. You know what I mean? When he ain't saying nothing to you, you need to
That's
worry.
a
You
bad
need, that's
sign.
when you
That's a bad
yeah,
sign.
you
Yeah,
need to worry. You just
yeah,
another guy. You feel what I'm saying?
for
So
sure.
I've always took that aspect. I've always looked at it like I don't care how much he cuss at me. I don't care as long as he cussing at me, as long as he's talking to me. long as he's like, hey, Jay, you ain't doing this. Hey, what the hell is this? What the F is this? Why you ain't doing this? Why you make that pass? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Every little thing that I'm doing. Okay, he must love me. Okay, I'm gonna get it right. You feel me? Let me get that right. So, because now I don't want him to cuss at me for a different reason. You get what I'm saying? And
Facts.
so you feel me? So it be them players. That's that weak mindedness, though. Like you want to fight a coach because he cussing you out and don't recognize it for what it is. Like he wouldn't be cussing you out if he didn't care. When instead you want to walk over there and choke somebody in Spreewell case and stuff like that. Like you think if Carmissimo was not thinking you were a good guy, or one of the guys that should be leading the team, he wouldn't be talking to you like that. But
Mm.
no, he took it the other route. Like, no, he must be cussing me out because he don't like me. Well, that's your mental weakness and not looking at coaching and knowing basketball and knowing coaches. This is how they pick up their cojones. They gotta talk to the best guy on the team, like he's a piece of nothing, to put all the little dudes in their place.
Yeah. Bro, I was talking about being kicked out of practice, even though he was Mr. Basketball his sophomore year. But on that note, that's been an
Yeah.
hour.
Dang, I'm on fast. All right, thank everyone for joining this episode, for leaving on the court. I'm Jay Dons. This is my bro Giannis, bro. I love talking to you. Love you, boy.
Oh,
You know
you
what I'm
too, bro.
saying? You know what I'm saying? I need everybody. To go on the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell one time and make sure y'all get the messages from when we drop videos. So until next Saturday, that's gang, man.
That is game.
Why?